This short video is from a comprehensive course on Udemy.
In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to create prompts for ChatGPT. We're going to put our first couple prompts into the system and see how they work and see how we can make them better. And this is the format that many of the following lessons are going to use. We're going to show you some prompts. We're going to try them out in ChatGPT. We're going to examine the responses, and we're going to see how they work and how we can improve them. So here's our first ChatGPT prompt. I'm creating an educational video on effective study techniques. Can you provide an overview of advantages and disadvantages of spaced practice and retrieval practice? This is a great prompt. It asks for exactly what we need, it gives context, and it asks for comparison information. So let's try it out. So I'm just going to paste this prompt into ChatGPT. You can see here we're using ChatGPT version 3.5. You've already learned to sign up for this, so I encourage you to follow along and try this yourself. Let's go ahead and input this prompt and see what ChatGPT comes up with. Now, it may take a few moments for the response to be completely generated. I sped up my recording here a little bit. But yeah, it looks like it gave us exactly what we asked for. And so we now see the advantages of spaced practice versus the disadvantages, and we see those compared to retrieval practice. And so this gave us great results because we gave it a good prompt. Now let's look at another prompt where we are asking ChatGPT to write a short story for us. And we're giving it a few little details here, but the prompt is very open-ended. It requests that ChatGPT do something creative here. It gives it a writing task with a theme and a plot, but we haven't given it a whole lot of details. So ChatGPT is basically going to run with this. We're giving it a lot of leeway to create the story the way that it wants to create it. So here you can see I've pasted this prompt in. Now notice we've said we want a short story, but we haven't said exactly how short. So maybe the story is going to come out a little longer than we want it to, and we might want to modify our prompt a little bit. Or maybe the story is going to come out written as if it should be read by adults, but we really want it to be a story for 10-year-olds. Well, we should have specified that as well. So we're giving it a pretty general prompt here and just seeing what it comes up with. And so now we can see the response that ChatGPT came up with. We can see the length of the story and we can read it and we can decide whether or not it's exactly what we wanted. And so maybe I only want this story to be like 5 paragraphs, and maybe I want it to be written for a younger audience. Well, I can adjust my prompt to make those things happen. And this is a lot of what we'll be learning about in the upcoming lessons. And so here you can see I've adjusted my prompt a little bit. I've added the target audience is 10-year-old children. The length should be 5 paragraphs. And so if that's specifically what I was looking for, now ChatGPT will come up with a new story that is the desired length. And we can see the results here. Now there's a couple good things to think about here. Number one, now it's been written successfully for that 10-year-old audience. But notice what it did. How many paragraphs do we have? We have 7 paragraphs. And that just goes to show that although AI can do a lot of great things for us, it's still not perfect. And so you need to review the results of whatever it generates. It's important that we are analyzing the results of the information that we get out of AI and making sure that they're actually what we want. And by the way, you can always click on the regenerate button here to have it work through that prompt one more time. Sometimes you'll get a better result, but what you'll notice is that normally it's going to be relatively similar to the result you got last time. Now we can see it's been reduced to 6 paragraphs instead of 7, so it's a little bit closer. But if we're not getting what we want, maybe we need to take a closer look at our prompt and adjust it a little bit to make it more specific. So in the upcoming lessons, we're going to look at a bunch of different prompts. We're going to use ChatGPT to do travel planning, to write a blog article. We're going to use roles to adjust the output. We're going to use it to help us write emails. These are our first prompts just to help us to kind of get comfortable with the system and learn some of the basics of how to work with it.